What's up and welcome back to another stream. We have a ton of new Hogwarts Legacy info to go over today. So if you're new, welcome. If not, we're going to give people a couple seconds to come in. As always, let me know how the volumes are. We got some music playing. We're going into it. I got a tweet out that we're live, and then we're going to get into it. How's everybody doing today? Can't wait. What's up, Ben? Live. Hey, buddy. Hope you're well. What is up? What is up? Yo, yo, yo. You know what we have to figure out today? Or not necessarily today. We have to figure out what we're going to do for like goals. Like, if we get 20 likes, what are we going to do? James does pirouettes. Retro does impressions. What are we going to do here if we get a like goal? V, welcome to a little nerdy. Welcome to the nerdy squad. I'm good. How are you? What's up, Yoko? Yeah. Some people in streams. I think you guys enjoy the talking streams as well. I mean, you guys enjoy the other streams, but also growing and just relaxing, talking Hogwarts Legacy rather than watching someone play a 10-year-old game. I'm impatient. 12 more days, unfreeze myself. 12 more days. Wow. I didn't even look at a calendar. Really? Is it 12? It's 2 weeks, yeah? Oof. 2 weeks until Hogwarts Legacy. I am excited. As for the likes, what would you feel comfortable with? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Trying to decide, like, is it worth doing something? Oh, also, I just saw, thank you guys for 2K. We just hit 2,000 right before the stream. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. That was my goal before Hogwarts Legacy came out when I made the channel in April. And 2K in just under a year. We'll take it. Things I'm comfortable with. Pretty much anything. Do nothing, buddy. You're great. Do a shot every time you get 10 likes. Do a shot. Yeah, it's 12 days till February 7th for those of you us who pre-ordered. Pre-orders. Yeah, I actually, someone just reached out from a couple companies, Fanatical, about partnering with them. I don't really know. Like, I talked to them a little bit about what that means, but they're talking about giving me a game code on release for PC, and I'm not sure if I want to give that away or not because I'm not getting it on PC at launch. So if you guys like Fanatical, I will have probably an affiliate link here soon, and I know they have discounts usually, so if you guys are getting PC, maybe hold off for just a little bit. Anyway, I got hard spoiled last week with the second art book leaks. Hey, listen, no spoilers in here, as always, but this is why I don't look anything up. I have been spoiler-free other than kind of last stream, and I am clear sailing right now. I couldn't be more excited that I've gone into it pretty much unscathed. Not hard spoiled, but got spoiled a couple things. Oh, Wizard PhD. How was playing the game, Wizard PhD? Let me know about that. Go ahead and drop a like or a follow subscription if you haven't already on Wizard PhD. She's amazing. It's been super fun to hang out with, virtually, obviously. Playing games, stuff like that. So go ahead and drop her a subscription. So some people got strikes on YouTube for posting the art book. Yeah, I believe it. Wizard PhD spent all that time in the whatchamacallit, in the creator. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to fall on the sword. That would have been me. As for, oh my goodness, I cannot even. It's gorgeous. Combat, literally my favorite part. We're going to get into watching some people's videos. So if you have people that you want to watch, I think Joraptor was one of them, probably Retro and Andy. I reached out to a couple of them about content and they were all cool with it. So, I'm super excited that people got to play it. Obviously, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to. That's just a selfish bias, but I'm super happy for everyone that did, because at least somebody got their hands on the game. But we're going to talk about combat in a little bit, because I still am not sold on combat. Anyway, let's get into it with the Twitter stuff last week. Obviously, we got the Graphorn leak. So go ahead and say anything you want about anything. We'll stop. We'll watch some people's stuff. We got the Mandrake. When that was the game smooth. Ooh, that's a good question. And then we got the Mooncalf. And then obviously it just goes into swimming and everything like that. There's not too much in terms of Twitter posts because they knew the preview event was coming. And like I said, I didn't play it, so I don't really know. Maybe Lynette can answer some of those questions while she's in here. But petting a cat's cool. And then they just kind of reposted everything. So not much in terms of like new Twitter information. There is a PS5 sale that's going to have, or not sale, giveaway. So that's pretty cool. We're going to start with Joraptors. So we're going to pause this. We're going to go through. So if you want to pause it at any time, just let me know. Or if it's too quiet. I haven't watched this one actually yet, so we see here that we have the mounts. Let's see, is this 4K? We're gonna turn it down. We have all three mounts, and then we can see kind of outlines here. But other than that, nothing really new.
Can't go wrong with a broom.
How's it going? Some people got strikes, yeah, for sure. Maybe the cat won't let you pet it if you're a dark wizard. Ooh. It was for me just a few light things. Okay. Smooth. That's promising here. Yeah, I mean the general takeaways are that it was pretty smooth. If you guys haven't seen my recent video about kind of like rounding up, I watched a ton of content right at 9 a.m. probably for an hour or two, and then made a video pretty much rounding up everybody's reactions. Yeah, there'll probably, so on that, there will probably be a new version and then a day one patch. So they'll smooth things out, and then they'll have something like additionally that goes on top of it. And for the physical versions of the game, what will happen is those who didn't get that update because it was already printed on a disc will get everything in that day one patch.
Let's do it. Brilliant. Summoner's Court, the ever-changing game.
They played exactly. They did play. They probably played the gold version. It depends on if it was on disc or not, though, honestly. Something I've been doing as I want to explore Hogwarts by myself.
Lucky shot.
Huh. Day one patch was texture and everything. I think they said that's just texture. Yeah, it'll probably be... It will at least be that. It will at least be that, for sure. This is a game, this Summoner's Court is something I'm super excited for. I think it was dev kit on PS5. Yeah, that's what it sounded like, to be honest. It sounded like it was everything that was going on was just like they could pause it and change. And I think I was in James's stream, is when you got to a certain point in this gameplay, what happened was you handed the controller to the dev, they took you to the mission, and then you went on from there. So it wasn't just like you played straight through and then they put you in, they like upgraded you from level 2 to level 19 or level 3 to 19. So it was you kind of got upgrades there.
We should have bet a few galleons on that round.
Leander Pruitt, that's definitely Molly Weasley's
Can't say I blame you.
ancestor.
Perhaps come back
100%.
to beat someone of my skill.
Move this down for a second. I moved it up for recording purposes. The flying to me looks smooth, but a lot of people said the controls were inverted. So I hope you can change those. He looks a bit like Molly. Maybe they made his character model off of her. That would be hilarious. Flying looks great. You still see, like, obviously it's not going to be completely fixed out, but you still see clipping. So I know it's a video game. It's not going to have like completely realistic physics, but see there how like it's like clipping through itself. That might be a little bit worked out, but overall that's just a video game thing.
Watch out. It's the troll slayer of
The
Portkey.
transition to mount and broom is smooth. Yes, it is. Are you telling me I look like Leander Pruitt? He keeps trying to go to the menu. I heard it was like L1 and then you had to hit circle. Yeah, L1 then circle. So it's not like I wonder if you can hotkey it. So that you can just tap one button and hop on rather than pull up your menu. Maybe Lynette has that answer. Can you hotkey it to just like, okay, so I'm going to long press right on the D-pad and it's going to pull out your mount. What's up? I mean, hey, I'm not mad about it. I would be in the game then. Yes, a lot of popping NPCs. We're going to talk about that when we get to retros. Because retro had a really good point about everything. In terms of what was negative. You must do as the showcase he mounted the broom. I'm good. How are you? How's it going for you? Yeah, it has to be because Joraptor here is taking a lot longer to pull in and out of his broom. We weren't able to touch menus or settings at all. I just don't know if anybody asked. Like, if I was there, I would have asked, like, about hotkeying things. And obviously on PC, you're probably going to be able to just hotkey in general and just, you know, pop it up. But it on controller, which, pause. It was sent to me today. The DualSense Edge. I like it a lot. This controller is half the price of my PlayStation, but it's really, really nice. And a lot of people who are saying it's too expensive, it probably is $50 too expensive, but in terms of a premium controller, it's fantastic. It's like a lot of the buttons are like metal-ish composite rather than plastic. So you actually have like a heft to it. Speaking of controls. In the books, there's supposed to be secret pages to Hogsmeade as well. Super tired, but I'm happy I pre-ordered my digital deluxe version of Hogwarts Legacy. How's the battery life? I heard it's terrible. Honestly, one of the things... I just got it today. The battery life was okay. Obviously, if you're a competitive gamer... You're going to be using this controller because of the back paddles, because they have two different sets of back paddles. Most competitive gamers are hardwired anyway, so you're going to be plugged in with your controller, so it shouldn't matter. But if you're a casual gamer and you're playing more than... Well, I think the battery life was estimated at 4 to 6 hours. If you're playing more than that in one sitting, you're beyond casual. You're right behind the statue of One-Eyed Witch is supposed to have... Yes, it is. Yes, but have they discovered them yet? Because there's no Marauders map? Maybe. I also pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe on Sunday. Huh. Nice. Digital Deluxe... So I have the Collector's Edition coming for PlayStation 5. But here's my dilemma. Do I get a Digital Deluxe version also and am just super expensive? Or... Because I don't like putting discs in my PlayStation. My PS4 takes off like a jet engine. We've talked about that before. But I don't know. I might get one, the Digital Deluxe also. But we'll see.
Wands at the ready.
How was the journey to 200 platinums for you? Behind the Witch. Sometimes I play for 16 hours. Holy crap. The journey to 200 platinums. When I hit like 180, I played like probably 15 like 10-minute platinum games. Because I was just like, I don't want to play any more games. Like I went back, I played Ratchet and Clank. I was playing a lot of smaller indie games that were between 1 to 3 hours. I know not everyone cares about this, so it's not kind of a sidetrack. But then at like 193, I started picking up like bigger games again, like hour platinums, because I played so many bad games, and some of these games shouldn't have been indie games. Like they shouldn't have even been developed. They were terrible. I'm sitting at 199 platinums for Hogwarts Legacy to be 200. For those of you asking. I think there will be, for people who play Hogwarts Legacy, yeah, Easter eggs for sure. I pretty much everything in God of War Ragnarok in 7 days. A lot of gaming in a week. Yeah, 100% that's a lot of gaming in a week. You got 200 platinum trophies. Yes, so it was kind of a joke that I was sitting at 104 and I needed 95 platinums between like January 1st essentially and now. Well, no, it was like the last week of December I started. So essentially a month I got 95. Played a lot of trash games, but Ratchet and Clank was a highlight. I had beaten it. All I had to beat was the last mission and then get all the collectibles, because you have to like stop right before the last mission or whatever. So that one was good. God of War obviously good. Sifu was good. Those were like the real big highlights. There's a lot of trash though. A lot of terrible games. When I do 50, 60 hour work weeks, then only 1 hour per day of gaming. Dang. Posting Wednesday. I got one, and I consider life achievement. Combat looks good. And so we're about to talk about combat here, I think, in this video. Hi, I follow your channel, Wizard PhD, and I really like your playthroughs. Good. Everyone go drop her a sub. Yeah, I mean, I've also had this same account for... I've had my same PlayStation account for... since, I think, 2012, 2011. So I've had it for a long time. What's up, Deke Squad? Yeah, I got it really prepped. So we're going to listen to this a little bit, but you guys can obviously stop whenever.
Flying combat story. You'll see brand new footage of it all in today's video. People of the internet, Retro Tour here.
Retro. Go drop Retro a sub also. This video is blowing up.
Preview of Hogwarts Legacy.
His tweet was funny, talking about how his dad texted him about...
After all this time, is this
it's almost got 500,000 views or whatever.
Is it finally about to arrive? Well, thanks to the folks over at Warner Brothers, I recently had the opportunity to meet with some of the devs at Avalanche to talk Hogwarts Legacy. And also
so we were talking trash in Retro's stream last night, because I told them the one Miranda Lorians, who was sent out also by WB, she was wearing heels obviously, but she looked almost as tall as Retro. So we were all like, Retro, how tall are you? Because this girl looks almost as tall as you are. And he's like, I'm 5'10". So He's a good height. I'm probably just a little bit taller than him. I'm not quite 6 foot, but he looks super tall in this picture, but the one other girl looked super tall. There's a tiny part of me that wants Incendio everything in Hogwarts.
That's right,
True.
a story mission, which you'll see here shortly. Here on the screen now, you can see my player character complete with a Gryffindor scarf and robes, flying around Hogwarts.
It was weird to me also that everyone was Gryffindor. I don't know why they would do that in a preview event. Maybe just to get everybody in and out rather than picking houses and talking about exploration and stuff. But
I was so anxious to actually get into
the game's going to be incredible. Yeah. Seriously, the game's going to be incredible. I just have that feeling.
The beard, of course, so sorry to all you guys out there.
So for those of you that weren't here right at the start, we're trying to think of something for me to do, if there's anything that we can kind of settle on when we get a certain like goal. So we're at 30 likes right now, which is awesome. There's 30 people in here, 30 likes. That's amazing. But Professor Lynette obviously does like a wheel spin or whatever she does. Retro does impressions. James does pirouettes, which good on him for being able to dance like that. But I don't know if I can do that. But I've got some room for activities back here, so.
Who had beards at 15?
This looks completely the same, to be honest. I don't think they touched this at all. And it, in my opinion, so if you've been here before, you know I get on my high horse about something, so let's sit up on my high horse. How much work they've done for inclusion and diversity and all of that, it really makes me sad that they didn't include body shape. And I know it's technically hard and I know it's taxing and all that stuff, but not having different shapes and sizes to characters kind of just throws me off. So many games do that and do it well, and that just blows my mind that they did that. If they let everyone pick their house, it might have given too much away from the start of the game. True, because they probably didn't start at the beginning of the game. That would be my guess. I wonder if they get DLC for this, and what could it be? Yeah, that is a question of mine too. Body shape and height. Yeah, I think that would be so easy. Even if you made it like 5'7" for me, or 5'7" to 6'2". Like, the character model isn't stretching that far. And I know there was somebody that had an answer to why they did that. They asked one of the devs, but it's, to me, like, think about, obviously NBA 2K isn't as taxing as Hogwarts Legacy is, but you can make a 5'5" character and you can make a 7'6" character. That is a wide range of character models. The hairstyles and the character creator looked meh, but if that's one of the worst things you could find, and it's going to be a good game. 100% agree. Body shape and height would have been cool, but I'll admit, I'd also like individual eye, nose, etc. Yeah, sliders for the eyes and nose would have been amazing, because that's also something that's been in the games for whatever. 40 likes equals chair spin. Like, if you think of Skyrim coming out in, what, 2010? How much customization? There's different races, or you can be an animal. I don't even know. Skyrim's crazy with its customization, and even Cyberpunk is crazy. Hope on the new gameplay plus we can use a deadly curse in the beginning of the game. Oh, like New Game Plus? Quidditch DLC would be a good one. Highly requested. We talked about this, I think, last week. I think what they're going to do is, or what they could be thinking about doing, and I'd preface this, I don't know anything. I think they could be doing like a Legends, like a Ghost of Tsushima Legends, where they do a multiplayer thing.
But really, I created my character pretty quickly and just wanted to jump
like you do the Dark Arts battle arenas with your friends.
Explore the Hogwarts grounds on broomstick. That's right. Right away, grab the broom and quickly start flying around.
That's
Hogwarts.
what I think.
By the way, guys, you might be wondering, what is all this footage running on? It was running on a PlayStation 5 using the game's performance mode, which targets.
So I'm glad
and to me, it felt
James and Retro asked for performance mode, because 60 FPS. Like, I'm sure it looks better than what this stream is looking like, and I'm sure it looks better than what I'm seeing, because it's compressing and compressing and compressing, but it looks smooth.
Excited to tell you about some of the things we saw here. All right, so back to this absolutely gorgeous window. You may recall seeing this image back when the game's release date was confirmed. They used it
Nice
as a
little
screenshot
transition
here,
scene
but now
here.
actually getting to see these windows while I was playing the game and flying around them.
So if you look at this, I wonder how much of this you can customize when you get into the shop. Like when you have your broom here, you see how there's like a little bit of, I don't know, handle, cloth, whatever you want to call it, a seat, XYZ. I wonder how much of that you can customize.
I mean, it really was a breathtaking moment to take in.
Animagus boss fight was
See the water
cool,
over there in the distance? Well, guess what?
which
Yep,
could
you
have
can
a
swim.
choice
I can confirm, swimming is
of
in Hogwarts
8
Legacy. It does not appear
Patronuses.
you'll be able to dive under or explore
Wish we
anything
could
beneath the surface, but
choose
seeing that we can swim along the surface,
which
I know
we
a
could
lot
have a
fans
choice
will
of
be very
8
happy about that.
Patronuses
Now, aside from the swimming
that
stuff,
you're
I just wanna talk about
animagus.
all the little details. There are so many details.
Guess you can't
Subtle
have everything.
touches
Yeah, I
that
don't think we're gonna have
longtime fans of
Patronuses
the
either.
Wizarding World are just gonna absolutely love. The castle,
I
from
was
what I was
6'2",
able to see, is so
220
intricately
pounds at
designed.
16.
And speaking
Damn,
of these
Deke.
little details, I mean, just take for example this offhand conversation.
No
here
way
that's
I'm being
happening between a group
represented.
of students.
He did show the spell menu, and we're gonna get to that. Just finished university classes. Your stream timing is perfect. Hope your week has been okay, mate. Yes, my week has been good. How about yours?
Or this comment from one of the Flu Flame locations, which serve as fast travel.
So I'm glad it's a
to the
free
game.
camera, obviously. I know it's like a weird thing to say, but I'm glad it's just, you
It
can
even
free
appears
kind
other
of
students
spin
will
it
let you
around.
reference things about
Also, I didn't notice this when I was watching this the first time. You see 2 Flu Flames pretty much back to back. Does that mean one's the floor above? Or one's on the other side of this wall? I think it's probably above. You probably go up these stairs and then find that other
our
one.
character that have already happened in game, such as this comment from a Slytherin student.
Watch out, it's the troll slayer.
I'm
of
6'5".
And
I
even though
was
we can't
always
play
like
Quidditch
my
ourselves, you can
character.
actually
I would always
fly
like
around
my
the
character
castle,
represented
even
as
inside
much
the
as
Quidditch
possible.
pitch. I
Yeah,
just
me
had to
too.
go and test this out. Yes, you can fly around it. And then as I go and fly down low here, you'll see
This
you can
looks
actually
extremely
sometimes
small
find
though
teams
to me,
practicing
and I know
Quidditch
it
here.
sounds like a
Another
little bit
detail
of
that I
also
absolutely
timeout. Retro, bro. You showed this.
Yes, you can fly.
This guy is hitting to her and she's not
around it. And
reacting.
then as I go and fly down low here, you'll see that you can actually
She's not even
sometimes
moving.
find teams practicing Quidditch.
She's stuck. I noticed that and I was like, dang, that this is glitched out. So that obviously
Another
that needs to be
detail that I
smoothed
absolutely
out.
loved, the musical cue that plays whenever
But
you collect one of the
those
game's
are just
field
small
guide pages.
things. We're being really nitpicky with footage right now because everyone's so excited for
Or
this.
one, when I
So I
completed
have
a
to be a
brief
little
side
bit
quest.
nitpicky.
I should have seen that.
They've done a fantastic job of representation though. By the way, I know height
We
is like
already
a big
heard
thing,
the
but
overture to the Unwritten. It seemed like they had absolutely nailed the music, but it is so nice to see that not only did they get the music right, but also all of these little extra pieces.
you can't
these little
swing
sound
a
effects that
dead
are gonna
Neasel
happen
without
here and
hitting
there
a Flu
throughout the
Flame.
game as you unlock different things. I mean, think about the iconic
Nice.
Zelda sound whenever you open up a chest, or same thing with Metroid. There's that iconic save station sound, right? I truly feel like they have found the
Retro, I need to get to something here.
So as I stood
Oh,
there
this
listening, I
is
happened to
very
notice
cool.
Another field guide page, and then after casting
So,
Revelio, I was able
this
to
is your
complete it.
quest
So there's already
thing.
two different
Like
ways
if
here
you
that
hit
see
like
you can
essentially
obtain
track a
these field
quest,
guide
you can see
pages.
it on the
Little
bottom
pages
left-hand
flying
corner.
around as well.
That's
Yep, you
amazing.
can also use Accio on those, and I gotta say,
I
this
won't
was
use Flu
super fun.
Flames much,
kept
I
getting
don't
distracted.
think.
They were
Really?
trying to kinda guide
I
me to one
definitely
place to the
will.
next, and I was like, nah, I want to go after this field guide page right here. Now, a bit further down that hall from where I'm at, Peeves,
No,
we
and
come across
we'll
this
kind of get into
unlit
what Alan
brazier, and
2 said,
after
I
an
think, in a
accidental
little bit
audio cast right
about
there, I was able to
him
light
saying
with Incendio,
representation,
which again
because
is another field guide
I
page.
think he
I'm a
answered
trophy hunter, you
the
guys. I'm
questions
gonna be honest,
perfectly.
I'm already like just
I
so
think the
ready to dive
representation
in
has
and
been
look for
amazing.
all these field guide pages. I hope there's a ton of them in this game. So even in just my very short time, I think it was pretty interesting to see kind of the wide range.
So this combat right
one that
here,
you're really going to be rewarded for.
you
the
can't
more
really
you learn the
tell,
system. Now, I
but
mentioned
even
being very
James
close to
said it
dying.
like,
Well, thankfully in my playthroughs,
you
my
need
inventory
to
included access to a handful of Wiggenweld healing potions. And
use
yes, I did
Protego
use
more
quite a few of them.
often. Like
As
you
for
need to
spells, I had
deflect
access to
and
Lumos, which wasn't much use
use
here, as well as
rolls and stuff like
Levioso,
that more
Vacuum, and
often than you
Incendio.
would
Now, the red
expect.
spell that you see being cast frequently
So
is simply known as a
I
basic
feel like a lot of
shield, and
people
while
might
it
have a
only
hard
does
time. If you
minimal
played
damage, it's useful for
Spider-Man on
juggling enemies to
PlayStation,
set up
you have
combos
to
and give
dodge
your other
all
spells
the
time to
time.
refresh from their
So
cooldowns.
you'll
Notice
get
the
used to it,
color-coded
but
shields on these opposing students,
I
which can
think
only be
I think
broken by the way
dodging
you
is going to be
cast
more
the spell
important than a lot of people
belongs to the
realize.
corresponding color category. So notice here in the bottom right how each spell has a
As a
color code with it.
POC
So in this
woman,
case, the
I am
only
so
yellow
happy
I
about
have
all the
here
natural
is
hairstyles
Levioso,
and
so
skin
that's why I have to
tones.
cast
The
to break
devs did a
this yellow
great
shield.
job
Now,
there.
you
I
also have your
couldn't
own shield
agree
charm in the
more.
form of Protego, and at first I was
I
almost
am not a
completely
POC
ignoring it.
woman,
It is mapped to
but
triangle on the PlayStation. It's
I
actually
couldn't agree
very
more.
easy to
The only
press. It's very
thing
easy
I'm
to
upset
do,
about
and I
is
should have been
beards
casting
and
at
height,
any
but
time that I saw one of these yellow indicators indicators appearing above
The
my character.
hairstyles are
In red, though, that
fantastic.
means the spell is
So
unblockable,
few
so you're gonna
games
need to
take
circle to
diversity
kinda
into
dodge out of the way.
account.
Another aside here, I've been playing way too much God
Yes,
of War
yes,
recently,
yes.
so anytime you
Witcher
see me
3 style.
jump in
Yeah,
the middle of
the
fight, I was
new
most likely
next-gen
gonna use the
update
dodge
for
roll
Witcher
instead, which I
3
know
is
that's gonna come in
literally
handy. So
spot
here,
on
I
with
had to put
this.
much
You
of
hold
what I learned
R2 and
about
then you
combat to
hit
the
the
test and learn about the
wheel,
game's stealth mechanics,
like the
because our next
space
sequence
buttons.
features a main story mission with Poppy Sweeting joining up with our player character. Now, in the opening dialogue of this mission, she asks our character
Yes,
if we
Ben.
know
Enemies
anything
queuing
about
up. I think
Horntail
it's in
Hall, which she overheard
maybe
me
the end of
and the
this one,
soldiers
maybe
discussing. Now, we go
Andy's
through this
video.
little brief investigation with Poppy,
We're
capturing
gonna
Revelio
talk
using
about
the
that
following
because
clues, and eventually we find our
a
way
lot
to a
of
group
people have
posters
kind of
standing
not come
guard
at me
around a
about
small
it, but
tent.
I've
So
been
Poppy says,
very,
hey, you can use
very
stealth, or you
vocal
can use a less discreet
about
approach.
the
I
fact
decided
that
to try the
enemies
stealth
still look
approach
like they're
using
standing. Retro goes
disillusionment.
into a deep dive here into him using
You've been following the game for a while, you will
um
recognize this dragon. So here's where I
the
tried to
things,
start the
whatever.
fight with a stealth approach.
The ancient magic there. So we're not gonna watch that. I'm scared for PC control combat. Yes, that's gonna be interesting. Hello, my friend. How are you? Congrats on 2K. Thanks, Fallen. Look at that stealth. The stealth is interesting, but Andy Reloads talked about it. And a couple people also have that you can essentially only use Revelio and Petrificus Totalis. So Petrificus Totalis is gonna be your only like attack when you're under that. What's up, House? I'll go stealth all the time. I'm probably gonna go stealth as much as I can. Maybe in the DLC we'll add some things, height, weight, etc. I don't think they're gonna add it in this game. I think that would be a next game. You're adding it kind of into the new character customization, and if it's technically Hogwarts Legacy 2, I don't think they're gonna want to let you be able to carry over your character. So I don't know if you'll really be able to change
Again,
much.
But with the numerous enemies both on the ground near the dragon and higher up above, my cover was
Ooh,
quickly blown.
switch
I think it was
gameplay.
This guy right here, maybe I stepped a little bit too close and he overheard me. Also, quickly get to those by holding R.
Okay, no.
Invisibility cloak from the series.
Can you see it? Look at this. Not one person attacked you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, is there a lock-on feature? I don't know if anybody's heard anything about lock-on features, but I think the only way we'll see height and width is in mods. I could agree. I wonder if they tried to avoid controversy surrounding weight due to vocal minority on Twitter. Interesting. That's an interesting take on that, because for me it's like, if you're trying to add so much representation into your game, weight's like a huge thing. Like R3 to lock on, has that been actually confirmed?
Was quickly blown. I think it was this guy right
so this
here,
is what I'm talking about. I know these two are all about to attack you at one time. Like, you just got attacked.
Complete invisibility spell. You know, it's not like.
But look at that. Look at how many people in this short little scene just waited to attack you.
Remember, disillusionment is.
What are they doing? So I said in my most recent video, yeah, you saw it. Okay, cool. It is lock on. I saw. Slides up, chat. Sup? What's up, Joe? Slides in chat. I said in my most recent video, there is a clear difference between enemies queuing or waiting around and enemies slowly attacking you because you're on normal, and moving behind cover, rolling, getting attacked by someone else, XYZ. There's a bunch of things that can happen, and this doesn't look smooth to me. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, watch this. No one's attacking, barely moving. Like, if you're an enemy, come get behind this cover, come get behind this cover, go ahead and run this way, try to pick up a barrel, something. I mean, this is just standing, and that's my biggest concern so far, is this just looks like everyone's just waiting for you. It has shown before you can lock on your targets unless the game was a complete dumpster fire, which is clearly not based on what we've seen. I'm totally on board the hype train. Me too. Me too. You may have already mentioned this, but what mode is this on? This is normal. Everyone got to play on normal, from what I understand. I'm worried about combat. I might have to play it on hard for some. I'm going to play it on normal, I think, just to get through it. But I feel like it might be a little bit too easy. Maybe they're scared of our 15-year-old avatar. Seriously. Some players played it on default normal. Yeah. Andrew Rowland said he had it on easy. Some others said normal. Okay, so normal was the highest. Because I think I did hear the Pink Ravenclaw played on story mode. Everyone had a little bit different kinds of glitches. Interesting. In his hands-on preview, that's why they don't attack. This is retro, and I'm pretty sure he said it was normal at the beginning.
From the series. And of course, even with the cloak, Harry could.
But like I said, so again, we're sticking on this for a minute because combat was what everyone said was like the best feature. Everybody loves it, and I'm sure I'm going to love it. But watch your character run all the way over here and watch some of these guys not even move.
Also, it's important to remember disillusionment is not.
They're moving in like a 3-foot square back here.
Like the invisibility cloak from the series. And of course,
this guy hasn't even tried to attack you yet. There you go. Finally attacks. This guy in the back hasn't moved. Still not attacking. And is he finally? Nope. Still hasn't moved. Still hasn't done anything. What is he doing? Just getting attacked? Okay, that's the difference between standing around and waiting your turn to be attacked. It's just bad, in my opinion. Everyone had a little of different glitches, yeah. Watching Potter Collector was interesting. He's never played a video game before. Okay. Listen, you might not be playing video games, but never played any video games before. I didn't watch his. We can watch it though. How's it going? I still can't get over how much environment detail they've added to the game and the castle around the grounds. Yes. What's up, Eagle Eye? I'm going to love hidden secrets, trophies, Easter eggs, glitches. I actually can't wait to see what the glitches are. Me too. So everyone said that Potter Collector was super nice, and I would have loved to meet him because I used to watch all of his stuff. Like, I used to watch all of his stuff. Everything. It inspired me crazy. But still don't know if I believe you never, ever played a video game in your life. So one takeaway from the
by holding R2 and then
pretty much everyone had the same bugs. There was a couple that were like a variation of different bugs and stuff. But pretty much everyone had the same glitches or bugs, which is good, which means the game is pretty much polished. I think there will be an Easter egg for people to find in Harry Potter lore, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. N64 back in the day. Okay, this is amazing. N64 back in the day, I 100% believe that. Yeah, sure, 100%. And you probably haven't played a video game for 20 years. Totally agree. Also, I'm going to preface everything I just said about combat with, I need to get my hands on it before I truly can give you guys my honest opinions. This is just what I see right now. And that if that's normal, like the normal difficulty, then normal difficulty is probably going to be too easy, at least at points. This Animagus thing is fantastic. Shows that they put a lot more character models in the game than we thought.
Even more poachers arrive on the battlefield. All right, I don't plan on using dark magic in the final game, so please don't judge me. But finally, I had enough of this wolf and, well, had to do this.
Not using dark magic in the final game. He just Crucio that?
Moment, I really started to feel more comfortable with the combat. Still, nowhere close to mastering. I want to
enemy Animagus enemy ideas. Awesome.
With combat, you can see me dodge the unblockable.
What's up, Mert?
That red indicator.
Say hello. Sadly, I can't watch the stream because I don't want to see more stuff about the game. Have a good stream. Thank you, Mert. I wish you would watch. We're not talking too many spoilers, but I totally understand. Plan on playing on default and normal with my first playthrough based on that second house on the hardest. Ooh, hardest. Usually when you go back, so I'm gonna probably have different playthroughs, and that will probably be the streams, which I'm gonna ask you guys here in a second. Anyway, I'll ask you some questions here in a second. In Retro's live stream last night, Chandler Wood told Retro he was very close to finding a hidden cave. I heard that. I saw it in someone else's playthrough. I didn't see it, and I don't want to see it, but I heard Chandler say that. ultimate plan to play every house on every difficulty. The Wolf Animagus, maybe the theory last week about Natsai was right or close to being right. I think that the theory about Natsai was right, and we're not going to go back into that because we definitely stumbled upon a spoiler because you guys trolled me, and Natsai's mother definitely didn't have a character card, and you guys all tried to convince me she did. That was our voice actor spoiled some stuff that we we stumbled upon. Yeah. I don't remember what I said. I had to ask you.
It's weird, you know, going back and watching the footage.
I'm hoping this game is so massive that it doesn't.
I have to stress to you guys, it felt absolutely frantic.
Hey, emotes. There they are.
Trying to remember my parry, my dodge, all
quite a lot. LMAO. Yeah, you guys trolled me last time. Everyone in chat, all whatever, 20, 30 of you guys were saying, "Oh yeah, character card, character card."
That little plant I mentioned that Poppy has on the back.
I watched their Twitter with eagle eyes.
So, what do I think about the game? Are there any negatives that I took away from my experience?
Yeah, everyone in chat was fully convinced.
Absolutely loved it. The 2 hours went by in the blink of an eye.
Everyone said that too. Everyone said the 2 hours went by really fast, and trust me, I know that 2 hours can move pretty fast when you're playing games. I want to cast the fire tornado. I did see that.
No, it hasn't. It's had the opposite.
I honestly thought it was a character card.
I want to play more.
I swear I didn't troll. I really thought. Yeah. Likely story.
Point out the issues that I encountered during my 2 hours because
what was I just saying? I had to ask you guys.
Now we also reached out and asked.
I don't remember.
What build was this that we were playing on? We've been told that it is not the final version, and also it doesn't.
Yeah,
have
not the final version.
So hopefully these things can be ironed out before launch and then fixed with that day 1 patch.
Was the Animagus that cast that fire tornado, or just one of the basic things? I don't remember because there was controversy on whether or not it was actually the character, like actually Ben that cast, or the enemy, and Ben was in the chat and said it was the enemy. I remember I will beat the game on New Game Plus and only 1 spell. Okay, yeah, so this is what we're going to talk about, playthroughs. So before we get into this, because this is terrible, I'm sorry. I know I'm saying a lot of negative things today, but the game is so exciting. Some of the things just need fixed. I have to say some bad things. Playthroughs. I'm going to play through Gryffindor first, and then probably Gryffindor on normal, and then I'll probably go easy playthroughs for the last 3 houses. I don't know which order I'm going to do them in. But for the first week, and we'll kind of put up some polls for this, do you guys want me streaming every day and making the progress every single day? Or do you guys want me like just showing highlights and clips and making content on it? Or how do you guys kind of want me to do that first week of content? And then we're going to have you guys submit some playthrough styles. And one of them can be a 1 spell. We'll do that kind of playthrough on stream, like a 1 spell. We'll have you guys, or we'll do, I don't know, only stealth. We'll have you do no stealth. We can do different things. Then there'll be a bunch of stuff come out in the community about that. But we'll get into that later. How long was this game made since? Oof, a long time. All of the above. Seriously. A lot. It also depends on, there hasn't been really word on review copies yet, and I don't want to talk much about it, but I would love to get one. I haven't really heard much about it yet, but if I get a review copy, it would be a lot easier to do the stream playthroughs with you guys after I already kind of did a playthrough, because then I'll have all the content already recorded. It's going to be really hard to do like streaming every day for like 8 hours and then making content on it. I also saw a lot of people saying struggling for a name idea. I might name my character Bob. How long would you stream? I don't know. It could be 8 hours. It could be 4 hours, 5 hours. A good idea is to use your first name and then find out what your surname means and translate it to Latin. Or know your favorite Death Eater's family. Ooh, those are good name ideas. Yeah, I might just name my character Bob for all I know. I don't know. I'll probably just use my first name. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use Nate. I don't know if I'm going to use Nightly Nerd. Bob Bobson. Seriously, I might use... Who knows? I might use Retro. Anyway, we're getting back on track here. This is bad, and I also talked about this in my video. There are immersive ways to do loading screens like God of War, where when you're traveling to different parts of or different realms, you kind of walk through a gate and then you can travel there, and there's no true loading screen. This is my biggest thing that needs fixed is if you run into this door. Do you know what immersion this breaks? That would be a lot to stream for 8 hours a day. Seriously. One stream and then highlights. Bob's Burgers. Bob Dumbledore. Bob Albus Potter. That's a name already. Can't do that. Everyone heard that. Bob's Burgers. Bobson.
The loading was very quick. It only.
Yeah, this I know he says it's quick here.
Times you can see that I sort of back.
Rubius Snape. I have a full page of character names I've come up with. We'll probably use Joffrey Gray. Or Jeffrey. Jeffrey or Joffrey? I know someone named Jeff that spells it that way. One stream and one highlight is a nice idea. Yeah, probably more realistic. One stream and then maybe the first 2 days stream and then stream every Thursday as usual. I don't know. We'll kind of see.
Up from the door and then
you back up and then
it finally opens.
They just need to smooth that out. That's just the biggest thing in my opinion that needs to get fixed, especially with the castle.
No load experience. I don't think they want you to see any kind of loading.
I too remember at the Battle of Hogwarts when the students were fleeing, but had to wait for a loading circle at the door.
I would still prefer this over just having a.
All right, yeah.
I also had another issue when I was flying around.
I feel like they could solve two problems in one. Make doors hard and slow to open. That's a great way to increase immersion. So you have those doors fling open, and we're gonna back up. Maybe make them slower so it's like a loading, or when you're playing games and you gotta fit through a little cave. That's what that's kind of like. It's loading new parts of the map. That's what that could be. Make them more realistic and load seconds to open a door. That's a great idea, because the other thing I noticed here is you don't even touch the door. You just kind of run head into it. I mean, your arm kind of touches it there, but your head opens the door here first. Boink.
Although I would still
24/7 stream. Hey, just live stream.
I also had another issue when I was flying around the open world. I decided to stop at this little spot right here, and as
I plan on walking while close to the door to keep the immersion and then give it a chance to load. Seriously, he headbutts the door here. This first door opens as he headbutts it. Boink.
Where you have to kind of back up and wait.
And then he opens it. I mean, you kind of see his arm lift up, but yeah.
Complete load screen having to take over the screen.
You could do a 24-hour stream on release. Hey, yo. Chill.
And as I did,
door opening is one of the trickiest things to develop in video games, by the way. Yep, 100% is. Final Fantasy Remake did the loading time very clever. I didn't play Final Fantasy Remake. I played Final Fantasy the original, but not this, or not the remake. This is the other thing, like the pop-in. There's nobody here at all.
Dismount the broom, you'll see these students kind of just appear.
And then all of a sudden, like this guy's like, dang, where'd you come from? Yeah, me too. I wondered the same question. 24-hour stream on release. I could try like maybe a 12-hour stream, but 24, holy. Seriously, this guy is surprised I showed up. I'm surprised he showed up. Amit. We heard that. Amit. His name's not Amit, it's Amit. I didn't see that. Yeah. These guys just all of a sudden are there.
And then once I land, there they are.
And then he can swim.
A strange one.
This is the last like big thing people talked about. That's very finicky. The Alohomora.
In that final mission. Basically the way it works is you go up to the lock, you cast Alohomora.
Other than that, a lot of people were very positive with their like overall reviews. And that's super exciting for a lot of us that want to play Hogwarts Legacy, because it's something that was like the big question. How does it feel? How does it look? How does it XYZ? And
of it generally felt good to
Yeah. Let's get into Andy's. I know I have Andy's. Oh, this is Magical First Look. Astro's Playroom. Where I was spelling. Spelling's hard. This is the video I was
Hogwarts
looking at.
Legacy very kindly invited me down to an early preview of their game at their Warner Brothers Film Studios here
Lots
in
of
London, where I
people
was able to
said
get
they
a couple
didn't
hours
like the
hands-on playing
lock
the game,
mini.
as
Yeah,
well as
exactly. A lot of
meeting
people are
some
saying it was just
great
super
reviews and
finicky.
told me a lot of
Super
great info
finicky.
about it. So I'm going to take you through
This
all of
reminds
step
me
by
so
step.
much
Really
of the
like to
late
know
90s,
which
early
story
2000s
spoiler
minigame.
free, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for
A
playing
lot of
this
those
video
little
isn't
games.
sponsored, and I
Alohomora
haven't
spell
been paid
mechanics.
a single
Terrible.
galleon by the studio. I was just very
There are
fortunate
some
enough to be
things
asked
to
come
fix.
down
It
and play
does
the game.
annoy
I'm
me
here
that
to share my
creators
observations with
only
you,
say
good and
good
bad. So let's
things.
first start with swimming, because
They
if you
should
haven't
be
played the
honest,
game,
as I
straight up
saw
on 3DS it
someone
is, you can swim across
who
many
said
ponds
moving the
of water
character was
dotted around the
clunky.
Scottish Highlands. In fact, check out this footage I captured here, where you're able to dismount from your broom or flying mount into
The
water
point of
directly,
Alohomora
or
is to break
alternatively,
locks
you can
automatically,
mount
so
in the
you
water
don't
and
have
then
to do that
fly off,
manually.
which I
I'm
wouldn't
like,
have known thanks to a
yeah, I think they
heads-up
just
reminder
added
video
it.
sitting
So
on
hold on. I think they just
ground.
added it for like a mini game effect to add something else. It's like a cool little thing. And you can also add upgrades to it. So a level 1 lock, you're really not very good at it, and then level 2, you're a little bit better at it, so it goes a little bit quicker. And maybe the lock is more complicated. Also, it's just a gameplay mechanic. I know that kind of breaks immersion a little bit, but I totally agree. And one thing I vow to you guys, I will never be paid off to say what I don't actually think. If this game comes out and is total cheeks, it's just bad, I'm going to say it. I don't think that's going to be the case at all, but I'm going to give my honest opinion. I have played a lot of video games in the last 30 years. I know a good video game. I know good video game mechanics. If this game is bad, I'm going to say it. It's as simple as that. I would be honest, and I'm going to be honest, no matter what happens with it. I'm not trying to stay necessarily in anybody's good graces, but if the game's good, I don't want people to think I'm just hyping it up because I'm a fan. I'm going to think the game is good. And that's where a lot of people get like misconstrue. Yeah, fanboys. I'm a fanboy of Harry Potter, not J.K. Rowling. I think she can kick rocks. Harry Potter and the franchise, sure, I love the Wizarding World. That doesn't mean this game's going to be good. And that doesn't mean I'm going to say this game is good. Anyway, that's 2 tangents today.
And then fly off, which I wouldn't have known thanks to a heads-up
Look at
reminder.
how smooth this transition is. And I know we watched Joe Raptors. There had to be some way to do it manually or faster. I come from the Fallout series, so lockpick is par for the course. Exactly. Go, Jed. How's it going? I know this is probably after our character creation, so maybe this is fall then. So here's my question. When we watched Joe Raptors, you had to hold L1 and then press circle to open up to get your broom out. Look at how smooth this transition is for him.
In the water and then fly off, which I wouldn't have known thanks.
Oh, wait. You can see the menu glitch.
In the water and then fly off.
Where is that? Watch very carefully. You see how it just darkened right here? He had to open the menu.
Thanks to a heads
Yeah,
up from
look at
Andrew, who
that.
was sitting next to me during my playthrough, but more on movement and flying next, because there's a catch to this swimming mechanic. It is only
Yeah, he does dive
surface
headfirst
swimming,
into it.
meaning there's no diving
Boop.
here.
There it
nor
is.
there any sort of self-submersion to look under the surface of the locks or lakes in this game. So you can
So
swim
swimming
the game,
obviously
but you
confirmed.
won't be
Editing.
coming
He
back
did
to
edit it. I didn't catch that the first time. I definitely thought it was a smoother
which is a little bit disappointing. I will be honest
transition
with you,
than
but
he
this
made it
map,
out to be.
which I can't show you, is absolutely massive, so I do understand there's only so much you can squeeze into the game. But let's move on.
His
to
transitions
talk
are
about
amazing. I
movement,
mean,
because it's
hats off to
something that
him.
I personally really felt happy with, because as you can also see from this footage I captured, I was
I'm gonna
charging
link, I
around
think
castle
after this,
using
the
sprint button,
creators
pulling
or
the
whatever.
character
So
in
go
different
ahead
directions
and
quickly on the
drop
controls,
them all.
which
This is
is
Andy
really
Reloads. We
good
watched
and
Joe
does
Raptor,
well
Retro
to
Wreck
test
and
its
Tour.
responsiveness. And I
Drop
like
him
to
a
fuse
follow
it
if you don't
quite
already. I'm
gently,
sure if you guys
incidentally,
watch mine, you
when
know
you're in
his.
combat, it really does
No
feel
underwater
more
exploring,
offensive from a
correct.
distance, as game director Alan 2 stated before
I mean,
Christmas. So
can you
I was
dive?
initially
Dive
concerned before
into the
playing that
water.
I would feel
Yes.
like I'm almost stationary
Dive
or
under the
standing
water.
still
No.
and just turning my targeting joystick left and right while rotating through spells. And I'm also pleased to say that I
Wish we
do
could go
enjoy
under.
the full
Exactly.
control
James
without
actually
thinking about
confirmed
the
that
finer
last night
detail
in
of
his
the
live
movement,
stream.
because I did also like the quick response of
Gotta
activating
go.
my
Have a
map
good
dedicated
stream.
broom
Love your
and holding
content.
down the L1 button and then pressing circle. Now, of course,
Exactly.
you can only activate this
Already
outside
watching
combat.
Jordan
You
and
can't
Andy.
fly high up into the air and then dismount, which
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
lie, I
yes,
definitely
yes,
tried
yes,
to
yeah.
do. In fact, the only
AC
way you can
Valhalla,
dismount
exactly.
in the air is flying down to the ground.
AC
and
Valhalla,
passing
I'm
through
gonna
this
tell you.
invisible flight deck, where if you then
Yes,
press
adios,
circle,
Ben.
you'll automatically
I
dismount.
never
If
played
you're
AC
not flying to
Valhalla.
the
The last
ground,
AC
you'll
game
get
I
a
played was
message on
Odyssey,
the
and I
screen
loved it.
telling you
And
to
I
enable, which
this
essentially
is
means
what
you
I
can
did.
fly
I played the
below
first
instead of
like
keep
20, 30 hours, and I
flying
had to
up.
put it down
Now,
because I
as
knew I was
much
going to
fun
lose
as
my life
flying
to it.
is, I did
I knew
find
I
the
was going to
flight
put
controls
100
a
plus
little bit
hours
hard
into
to
the
get my
game, and I
head
said I
around,
can't
which
do
is,
this.
you can see here,
Can't
which
do
is
it.
a polite criticism, and maybe because the flight
Hope there's
controls
a
are
Black Lake
inverted on
exploration
the controller,
DLC at some
unfortunately,
point.
I
Would
wasn't
be
allowed to go
awesome
raiding
to
in
explore
the
underwater.
settings menus.
Okay, this is what we were saying about the Quidditch pitch. It looks super small, like in scale. Like I feel like these
So I
would
do
be
hope that's
taller.
available
Maybe
for
your
you to
character just looks
switch
too
to
big, but
in-game. But let's talk
I
about
don't know. It just
spells,
looks
because
odd
I'm
to
not
me.
permitted to walk you through all the spell tooltips and what each spell
Ah,
does.
you
Instead,
said
once
no
everyone's
menus
experienced
at the
that
beginning of
themselves,
this
which is
video.
totally
Don't
understandable.
watch
But I am going to
this.
show you the layout of the spells available to
Yeah, 100 or 1,500 hours on Valhalla. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of with Odyssey. I'm more of a like I like Norse mythology, but I'm more of like a Roman Greek mythology type person. Yeah, that game could have sucked me in and I would have lost everything. It's funny because he literally just said, like right before this section, I can't show menus. Okay. This one, okay. I don't know what this is. I don't know. This looks like the Glacius spell. This is what, Levioso, and then a transfiguration spell. Anybody know? I think there was 26 confirmed. I think someone said 26. Maybe those are with the configuration spells for the room of requirements. No, those are right here. So anybody with any ideas what any of these top 4 spells are? Ferroverto, that's this one. Okay. This is Accio. Don't know. So putting down. Spin cycle. That's what I'm calling this one. Spin cycle. Glacio and Ferroverto. I think this one was Depulso, and this one was Incendio. I'm not sure about these ones. That looks like an Animagus to me. Scratching something. Depulso is next to Accio. That's this one. Flipendo for the spin one. Ooh. Accio, Depulso, Descendo, and Flipendo. Descendo is down. Interesting. So you guys are teaching me here. Here's the question. It's light spoilers, and this is an homage to the old games. You have to use Flipendo a certain amount of times, so this is definitely Flipendo. Second yellow is Glacius, Confringo, and Defendo. Which ones are those? Confringo and Defendo, these two? That's Incendio. These are your, obviously, Unforgivable. These are your, whatchamacallit, your configurations for the room of requirements. I like how they made it look like the one part of the film where someone tried to turn the rat into a cup. Exactly. And Ron in the first movie tried to turn his fat rat yellow, if you remember that. So they added the yellow with Ron turning the cup into a rat. So you think this is Expelliarmus? Reducto maybe in the reds. That might be Reducto, right? This has got to be the Disillusionment Charm, maybe. This maybe Expelliarmus. You think that one's Expelliarmus? Those are the red square ones. Confringo, Defendo, Expelliarmus. So that's Expelliarmus. Interesting. That's Expelliarmus. Did you have a Discord server, by the way? I don't yet. I haven't set it up. I started to set it up and I got really overwhelmed. That was also probably a couple months ago. So I got really overwhelmed by how much I was like how much I actually had to do for a channel, and I was like, oh. So I'll have to get back to it soon. I'm interested what these two are. Reparo, gotta be a Reparo, right? Right. Wait, this is Lumos. Oh, right. We already saw that before because he uses Lumos. And then what's this one? Curious about those essential spells that are on the left. Yeah. So these are the essential spells, obviously. Oh no. Wait. This is Revelio, isn't it? So this is Disillusionment. This is Revelio. This is Protego. This is Petrificus Totalis. Ancient Magic. I don't know what these ones are. And this one's a Lohamora, and it's locked. This is a lock with a wand going through it, it looks like. So I'm interested to see what the names of these three are, like if they actually give them names. Because they showed these in Ben's showcase where they were doing the room of requirements, blah, blah, blah. I'm most curious about this one right here. This one, top right. These two on the far left. Yeah, and these two on the far left. And maybe this one. But I think that's Revelio. If anyone else has comments on any of these, if not, we'll keep going. Because there's some other nice stuff he said. I know he says some stuff about these spells, but I think it was about the Unforgivables. Bottom blue one are those leaves. The bottom blue one are those leaves. They might be leaves. It looks like almost wings. On the essential spells, probably underwater spells. I want to say something, but it may be a spoiler. Ooh. That's got to be a Lohamora. So this has got to be a Lohamora. This has got to be Protego. This is your Petrificus Totalis, Revelio, Ancient Magic, and then this one and these two, I don't know what they are. Obviously, AK, and then was it Crucio, and then Imperio. Rictum, Sempra, and Stupefy? Are you coming to spoil some stuff? Oh, that's a big word. I don't know what that word is. Maybe the top right essential is the Merlin puzzle. It looks like something where you're dazed and confused. Rictum, Sempra, and Stupefy. Stupefy makes sense. And then which one would be Rictum, Sempra? The bottom one? Yeah. Why would Ricta Sempra be essential? I don't know. I don't have your answer for you. Anyway, one of them might be a Merlin puzzle. One of these might be a Merlin puzzle. This looks like you're like a bullseye, so it kind of looks like you're a sniper. Huh. Tickling spell. So this one and a couple of them we're still trying to figure out. Why is drink butterbeer not an essential spell? Exactly.
How this mechanic works in game, and what you're seeing here is the binding menu for your spells. So when you want to place one of these spells into your spell diamonds in the bottom right hand corner of your screen for easy
this is crazy how fast this can happen. You hold R2 and then you can hit the D-pad directionally and choose what spell diamond you have. That's insanely quick.
Generate this panel. Now, it wasn't confirmed to me by the devs if these are all the spells in the game, but if I was to hazard a guess,
the smoke icon.
I do
Maybe.
think they are.
Maybe
As
this was drink
truth be
butterbeer.
said, there's over 20 slottable spells in the game, and with 23 being visible
is actually a cloud. They would be an ode to a Harry Potter's spells. Rainy cloud for watering plants at the room of requirements. This one I think it's disappearing. This one I think is moving, and then this one I think is adding something.
on your screen right now.
I think
kind of
that's
adds
what
up to
from
me,
Ben's
especially when some of
showcase
them
it
are
was.
locked, which means we haven't yet learned them in game. Now, as for the essential spell section in the bottom left hand corner of your screen here, these are the environmental utility spells that are automatically locked to your left D-pad button, meaning you can walk
Environmental.
up to stuff in game and press that button if you know the correct essential spell, and it
So Revelio,
will
right?
automatically cast for you, such as using the Revelio spell to find a secret in the castle, or
We
find
knew that
a
one.
hidden chest in the bushes. But let's go through some combat here, because I'll be honest with you, I really enjoyed it. In fact, I tried to be as objective as possible when playing the game.
See, everyone's saying they love. Look at how many people are standing. We're back on this BS. And see, this looks better though. They're ducking. They're scared. That's an immersive way to not have people just standing, even though I don't know why they're ducking right there.
And if you look at this footage here, I am just spamming some basic
Gotta
shots,
run.
just tapping the R2 button and kind of think of that.
Need to wake up with the kids in the morning. Later on tomorrow, do a 12-hour night shift. Oh, I'm so sorry. But have a good one. It was good seeing you. Thank you for being here. Top 5 favorite games? Yeah, me too. Already.
As your standard damage attack.
Apologies for the grammar. No worries. No worries on the grammar.
Against enemies. And what I mean
I
by
have
that
terrible
is in some
grammar.
RPG games, all you need to do is click the R3 button to lock onto an enemy, and then essentially.
Oh, there you go. He said it.
enemies in the
R3
vicinity
to lock
by
on.
Pressing the D-pad button or whatever other button, depending upon what game you're playing.
I try to pop in
What
every
that
time I
means is
can.
that
Thank you. I
can just
appreciate
attack
that.
One enemy after another, with your character auto turning to them, and to be honest, that does become quite boring.
Whoa.
And I didn't find
A lot of people are saying this R1, like the magical throw, you need to use that more often. A lot of people are saying you like have to use that. It's super essential. Use it way more often than you think you should.
Which then is thrown into nothing, missing your enemy entirely if you're not actually looking at them or targeting them properly. So that's why I found it challenging right out of the gate, because I didn't feel like
That and Protego.
my hand held
I want to
combat
see
straight
them
away,
level
which
up. They were
was
just
really
level
refreshing
19.
for me, to be honest with you. And I was playing this on easy mode, and even though I didn't die, my brain was firing on all pistons to try and get to
He didn't die, but
And
okay,
thing
I see
is
it.
the fact that this red circle above your head, which you can see here, is an incoming warning about a unblockable spell, meaning an enemy is about to smash.
That's cool
you
that they
in the
changed the
face
color
with
of
it,
it,
you
but
can't
then again, the accessibility
reflect it, so the
features
only
with
way to stop
color blindness,
that,
like
of course, to
that
avoid
needs to
it,
be
is to dodge by pressing the circle.
addressed.
But then if you're locked onto an enemy and you get this warning
See, we've
happening,
talked
and
about
you then
combat
dodge,
enough. I don't
that
need to.
disengages your
Oh,
lock,
stealth. This is
and
what we're
starts
gonna
to
look at
fill
in
up.
Andy's.
The game in this stealth capacity, and if you haven't played any
I
sort
like
of
that
stealth
your
game
companion does
before,
it
this
too,
may
because
be
sometimes in
different
gaming, what will
to you
happen
in
is
terms
when
of
you
what
use
you're
it,
doing. So
your companion doesn't come with you, and she just uses it or like walks behind you, and you're stealthing, and the people can see you and XYZ, and it just is really not immersive.
Our disillusionment charm and will spot me if I do continue to approach the way I'm doing. So if I just unpause that here and then reset,
My
by
dog
heading
just came in my
backwards
room.
towards the
That
door,
scared the
you'll
crap
notice
out of
that
me.
his attention meter has also reset. So if I go ahead and approach him again from a little bit of a better angle, so he can't see me, in this case around about 90 degrees to his right, you'll see that the
Are you gonna
basic
play with the
bar is tilted out,
disabled
spell
HUD,
comes up
Riley?
and
That's a
knocks him
really
over.
good question.
So
No.
our character also whispers
A
this
lot of
spell in
people were
game, by the way,
saying
which I
that
quite like. So anyway,
the HUD wasn't distracting,
which is a small detail, but I like it
which is
nevertheless.
good.
Now,
I mean,
some of
you
love
ideally want it
hardcore
down
stealth
and out
games
of the
if you've
way.
covered Assassin's Creed
I
for
might
the
shut
past
off
couple of
these
years, but I
waypoint
just
markers here that you can see on the right side of your
as well,
screen.
because
I might
this
shut off like
is
the
one of
damage
stealth games,
numbers,
and
and I
found
might
quite
shut off some
challenging
other
with devs
things.
that the only spell that you
But
can
in terms of the
use in
minimap and
stealth
HUD,
is
those
that
don't
takedown
bother
spell,
me.
Putrificus Totalis, and you cannot
I
fire
would
from
actually
above
rather
into
have it
kill
on
phase while stealthing, for
because
example. So
I like
when
to
you do
see
decide to
where
use another
things are
spell
on the
which
map.
isn't
Like I like to
Putrificus
see
Totalis,
on the
when
minimap
stealth,
where things are
you
on the
see
real
that can
world.
break your disillusionment
Well,
charm and your stealth, and
real
you're
world.
in full-blown combat, viewable to everybody in the vicinity. Now, your stealth capabilities can be upgraded in the talents menu, meaning you wouldn't
Let's
get
see, what
blocked
else does he have to
absolutely,
say?
or
Aloha Mora, he said that was
then detect
bad. Environmental
secrets and
secrets.
objects that are hiding in
This is a
plain
big thing
sight
a lot of people are
if
saying, like,
you're
yeah, there might not be a
well
like a lot to do in terms of like
So, for
wizard's
example,
chess.
you have this dragon brazier here, and if
But
you
there's a
hold
lot
the
to
single
do
scroll
in
on it,
terms
it will
of
turn into a
stuff
dragon
like
and it will
this.
spit out a lore page for
Getting
you to play. The same
pages,
thing goes for
playing
using Revelio, the
summoners,
revealing charm at
court,
certain points throughout the
revealing
castle. And you
maps,
example
revealing
here,
different
you have
things.
the
There's a lot of
castle
things to
of Portkey
collect.
in Scotland. If
And
you
looking at the
Leviosa
trophy list,
spell
there's a
to levitate
big
that
collector's
statue that is
guide.
located outside the clock
There's a
tower,
lot of
obviously
things to
there
collect.
is a lot
Probably
of
1,
environmental
2,
activities
300
like this
things to
scattered
collect.
throughout the world, which will require a little bit of thinking from you on which spell to use to get it to activate.
It's kind of
And if you
lame
can't be
that
bothered to think
the
about
3
which spell to
curses
invest,
are the
you can
only
always just
dark
spam
magic.
spell diamond until
From
you
what
find the
we've
right one,
seen
right?
so far, yeah, that's the
Speaking
only
of
dark
things
magic
scattered
in
around
the
the world,
game, which
one of the
is
things that I was pleased to see in my short time with the game was
yeah,
small
I
world
agree.
events
It's
that are
disappointing.
independent of our character that, in my opinion,
Petting the
make
cat.
these games feel a little bit more alive. A good example of this is
Oh,
when
that
you're
didn't
making
look the
your way
greatest.
through one of the corridors and you come across Peeves, who starts to talk
There's a
to
page
you
there.
about
I didn't notice that the first
singing a
time.
song about how the old care.
So they
Obviously, I'm
confirmed
jumping
this
ahead here,
in
but I do
Ben
want to
Showcase
clarify the
Transmog,
teleportation
Transmog,
mechanic, which, if
or
you'd like to wear,
Transmogification, or
allows you to
whatever the
choose
word
your
is.
character
It's
while
just
you wear
you
your
can
items
wear
to
gear and then
prioritize
have
better
other
stats.
gear
So, for
on
example,
to
let's say
look
you want to
differently
just
while
max
having
your
the
abilities
original
with
gear you
gear
were
on,
wearing
which gives
stats.
you an individual
It's
stat
in
that
games
helps
all
your
the time.
character in some way that you prefer. But the problem is, they all look terrible together visually. So what you can do
Patronus
is
could
choose
also
another
be
piece
in the
of gear that
game.
you visually like the look of, which would then mask
I
the
think
current gear
they
that you're
definitely
equipped in.
did
You get
like
the stat bonuses, but you also get that look and swag that
Transmog.
you
So
visually want.
kind
The
of
great
just
thing
explained it.
about
So
this is that
essentially,
all you need to do
say
with the
he
original gear is they all look terrible.
wanted to wear this outfit, but this outfit doesn't have the best stats, and this outfit has better stats. He would put on this gear and then go to outfits, which is Andy's describing here in gear, and you put on that other outfit, and your character will look like the outfit you want to wear, but you have the stats of the other gear you have on. It's essentially so that your character can always look like how you want them to look without having to upgrade those stats or anything like that. It's been in games for a long time, and people don't even know, like, essentially know what that
During one of
is.
the missions Avalanche let me play, you have to do a bit of investigation work at a local camp, as you can see here, to try and track down the location.
I've avoided kind of looking at this mission, but do we want to watch that mission, the Poppy mission? That's dope. Then it's kind of like Immortal Phoenix Rising. Yes, I only played the demo for that, but I was super interested in it. At the time, something else was out I was playing. So, no, we don't want to watch the Poppy mission. Good. Okay.
Now, chests are dotted around in the world and hidden in plain sight, that being a chest in the middle of this small lake, for example. So it's worth throwing down a quick...
I think it's kind of cheesy also, and cheesy, I say it's going to be too easy. If you can use Revelio like this and see everything, even your mission quests, there's no like suspense to where anything is. Like it's just kind of obvious. You can just spam Revelio or whatever and always see where the chests are. I mean, I like it, but it's kind of cheesy. Kind of makes it seem easy. Solar protection glasses. See, this is Andy. I feel like was one of the only people that talks about this unidentified neck item. So they talked about this also in Ben's showcase number 2. You have to go back to that unidentified gear. You put it on there, it'll give you like a cooldown timer, and it will give you more information about that gear. Ooh, probably the radius grows as you progress levels. True.
I really recommend you click this video on your screen right now.
True. Andy, I did have that pulled up. Who was Wizard PhD? We could watch hers. I know hers was a little bit different. Wizard PhD. Let's see, preview. Hands-on preview.
I just played Hogwarts Legacy. This
Did
is
you?
what happened. A little over 20
I
years
hope
ago,
all
we took our
goes
first
well.
steps into Hogwarts
We get a
School of
spin-off
Witchcraft and
coming in the
Wizardry
America School
alongside a
Ilvermorny.
young boy named
That's
Harry
probably
Potter.
my biggest
Each
spin-off
passing story
hope. Like, I
and
hope we
the
get
love for the school
Ilvermorny.
and its surroundings grew and grew. Games over the years
Because
allowed us to play as
not very
we
many
can
people
relive
know a lot
those
about
stories
it.
with just
Even
a
like
dash of
myself
our own
included. I know there's 4
personalities.
houses
But
also.
many
I
have
know
held
they're
on to the
all
dream about an
totally
elf
crazy
arriving with their
names.
Hogwarts acceptance letter
And I
and
think they could
having
do a
our
lot
own
with it that
adventures within the castle. After
isn't
my first session
necessarily
of
wrapped
Hogwarts
around the
Legacy,
same
I
controversy
believe
with
this
J.K.
game will be
Rowling.
the closest we've come so far to
I
realizing
know it's
that
still
dream.
her
This
IP in the
single-player
Wizarding world,
action
but
RPG
it's
puts
not
you in the late
Hogwarts. You could
1800s to
branch
live
off
the
and do all
unwritten
these
for your
things
own
and
Hogwarts
go into
legacy.
all these
While the
details
main
that
narrative
almost
has
no one knows
mostly
about
been kept
because the
hidden through
story for
marketing,
Ilvermorny is
we
only
do
like 20
know
minutes
that
long
we're
if you
await
watch the thing.
arrival to Hogwarts as a fifth-year student.
Only
We also
thing I'm
can
slightly
sense real
concerned
ancient
about is
magic
the
for some reason, but that's
immersive and
probably part of the
interactive
bigger mystery
aspects
going
are
on to
majority
uncover the
puzzles
hidden
and
truth
collectibles.
about the
True.
Wizarding world. I truly
If that's
believe
the case, you
Hogwarts
could get
Legacy
tedious
is a
quicker
game
than we
for
realize. Okay, so about that, they how do I want to say this? My biggest concern, and I put this in my expectations video, which isn't doing the greatest, but it's still my expectations. I'm worried about how the game ends. I'm worried about being able to go back to the world because, like you're saying right now, if all the majority of puzzles and collectibles and XYZ are talking about or are referring to collectibles, once you collect them, what is there to do in the world? Can I still grow plants? Can I still run my shop? Is there a reason for me to run my shop? XYZ. Like, what is there to do after I collect everything? What is there to do after I complete all, I think it was confirmed 150 side missions total? What is there to actually do that immerses me in Hogwarts Legacy? Like in the world, in the hamlets, in XYZ. They could do a lot of new stuff with 2 since we barely know about Ilvermorny. Yeah, exactly. They could do a ton of it, a ton of stuff.
Everyone, and that it will appeal to a wide range of gamers and fans of the Wizarding world.
Get
Let's
out of
take a
here.
look at my hands-on
I know
review
that's
of the
not
game,
true.
which
I
includes
just know that's not
gorgeous
true.
environmental scenery, open world exploration
I'm not
inside
even going to
and
speak that
outside
into
the
existence.
castle, hidden spots and puzzles, and some of the most fun
I'm not
combat
even
I've
gonna.
experienced. All the things that left me wanting more. I want to thank WB Games for sponsoring my travel and hosting
This video is
2
not
epic
WB
review
sponsored
sessions.
if you're
There
watching
are links
this.
to full versions of my own gameplay in the description. Personally, I love narrative in games, and as a longtime Harry Potter fan, I definitely plan to pay attention to how our story clothes they gave us were great.
Oh, something else. Also, her character looks wild. The fact that you can do essentially whatever you want with the character creator is amazing. Something that didn't look good was the voice acting still, and I know a lot of people talked about that from showcase number 2. This looks like Fallout or Outer Wilds, or I think Outer Worlds, where you're kind of just like behind the camera having a conversation with another person and you just see the back of them, and then you switch and then you switch and then you switch, and there's options on screen, so it's interesting to see it. But I think the VO doesn't match, the voiceover doesn't really match the lips, and it sounds like it's echoing and it sounds like all this stuff, so it's not the best sounding. But I'll get over it because the majority of the time I won't be talking to people like this. It'll be a cutscene.
Gryffindor, I'm a Ravenclaw who appreciates being able to look at every nook and cranny to admire the beauty of this Hogwarts interior.
A lot of people said Hogwarts is just huge and beautiful.
Present in the architecture and design blew me away. I had already seen some of the interior from gameplay showcases, but it was great to see it with the controller in my hands. From the texture on the rugs,
I would
the
love to
unique
see it with a
look of
controller in
each
my hand.
area,
I
to this
technically
creepy,
I am seeing it
magical
with the
bus
controller
that
in my hand.
turned its head to follow me around. I was immersed in a real, fully designed and
LOL.
thought out Hogwarts. This was a guided preview, so I was directed to different
Sound
spots
effects
and got to
do
find
sound a
and
little bit
collect
off.
multiple field guide pages. These are collectibles hidden throughout Hogwarts Legacy. Sometimes I used Revelio to uncover interactables in my vicinity. There were flying pages for me to use Accio, and there were also recurring statues in different locations.
Everyone kind of
where I
talking
had to
about
cast a
this
specific spell like
in terms of
Incendio
stuff
or
around.
Levioso to unlock. None of these were marked on my minimap. They were just part of the world, and I had to find them.
Interesting. I don't think
Speaking of the
anybody
minimap,
mentioned that
I
they
never
weren't
really looked at it,
on the
probably because I
minimap,
was
actually.
interested in looking at the world in front of me. So I definitely missed some places
Interesting.
with icons that I could have gone to. But if you're not interested in that type of display, you should be able to adjust UI settings to more fully immerse yourself in the game. On the other hand, If you want to set your accessibility options to have more guidance, there's availability to do so. I appreciate the flexibility for everyone to choose what
Glad
works
they're doing
best
more
for their
accessibility
preferences and
options
playstyle.
inside,
One of
outside
the
the
oddities I
castle.
encountered inside the castle were a few doors that had a loading symbol appear
Ooh.
before it would
See,
let
that was a
me
lot
enter.
quicker
It
than
only happened
retros,
twice
though.
and not with every door, so this suggests to me that there is segmented loading as you navigate Hogwarts, but I cannot
Yes,
confirm
segmented
this
loading
much.
is definitely
And this
a
makes
thing.
sense reflecting on my own experience. It's a massive castle,
Okay, let's see what else you
grounds,
have to say.
including the Quidditch pitch, and Hogwarts Castle itself outside of the
I really
astronomy
just hope
tower
you can
and
change the
Great
inverted
Hall
controls,
stained
because those
glass.
inverted controls did
Roomplay was
not
fun,
seem
though
fun.
I didn't fully get a handle on it. That might have been intentional though, because I did feel resistance, especially in a section where there may have been wind. If that's the case, I'm very excited that the environment may impact how our broom flight feels out in the world. It could also be
Nice.
that at level 2, I am
Combat.
not that well trained with my broom yet, and
Summary. Let's see how she kind of wraps it up. Hate inverted controls. Yeah, me too. Uh-oh. Are we having technical issues all of a sudden?
world and all its
There
magic,
we go.
I am completely in love with what I saw.
A lot of
Everything
people are
in
saying
this
that. They
game is
love what it
beautiful, and I
has
can
to
see
offer.
myself getting lost for hours escaping into Hogwarts Legacy. As a gamer who loves open world exploration,
Oh, that looks bad. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay, watch this.
Into Hogwarts Legacy. As a
The wand or the broom is just coming straight through her skirt. Oof. Oof. That is some clipping right there.
gamer who loves open world exploration, there were a few moments where I bumped up against the limits of what we can do in Hogwarts
Oh, that
Legacy,
clothing is
While I could
clipped
swim on
completely
the
through
surface
there.
of this pool, I couldn't dive and swim underneath. I was unable to land my broom in a few places, like the Quidditch stands and the Hogwarts
Lol.
roof. And while on a quest with Poppy, she forbid me from wandering
Straying
too far away
from
from her.
Poppy.
Although these were instances where my freedom of action
Huh.
was redirected,
I haven't watched that
they
quest,
were
so I
few
don't
and
know.
far between during the preview. I expect to quickly adapt to the specific boundaries of Hogwarts Legacy gameplay at launch.
I did see
And
she got
if
jump
you love
scared right
combat
there.
in games, then I think you'll very much enjoy the way it feels. I played on normal mode and it was challenging, but super fun and addicting. Ultimately, you're the
Interesting.
judge of what matters to you in games. I was impressed during my brief introduction to Hogwarts Legacy, and it is a game that is not
I
one
saw
to
a few
pass up
stones
on
holding
in
on to air.
2023.
You
Whether
must
you're in
not
the Harry
stray from
Potter
Poppy.
fandom,
Exactly. She's
or
evil.
you
I'm
just
telling you,
like
she's
a solid
evil.
action RPG set in a beautiful world, I highly recommend checking it
Told
out
you,
for yourself.
she's evil. All right. Her gameplay and another Harry Potter content guy playing tickled me. Why is that? One of those essential spells may be a Pugno. Good point. Good point. Why did it tickle you? Is it true that you can pet cats? Yes. That's actually on here. Interestingly enough. There it is. You can pet cats in Hogwarts Legacy. This is what I'm talking about. PlayStation Hogwarts Legacy House Cup sweepstakes. Her trying to die and him trying to burn everything in the school. Oh, that took a dark turn. Either way, I think we're going to call it there. Just about an hour and a half. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for 2,000 subs. We got it just before the stream. There will be probably one more video from me early next week, and then maybe a second one at the end of the week, depending on how everything goes. And then it's Hogwarts Legacy. And then it's time. We're going to have some polls up, seeing what kind of content you guys want. But either way, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.